Sorry about that, everyone. We're trying to figure out what happened. Just some more stuff here on the Maryland Hockey Network. Connection issues. What's new?
Nothing's new, as Patrick Adams just made another save right there, Andrew.
Patrick Adams doing what he has done all year for Maryland. And we are still scoreless here in Roanoke. Faceoff will be to the left of Patrick Adams, and it is won back by Virginia Tech. Kept in at the line. This is spun deeper by Kubi. In behind the net, Sean Amon takes a big hit from Kubi. It's wrapped right in front. Save Adams. It sits there. They still battle away for it. Now it goes to the corner.
Turnover behind the net there by Sean Amon. Good opportunity for Tyler Gordon. Good recovery from Patrick Adams, hugging that post, making sure that there was no space for that chance in tight.
There's a shot from Schreiman from the left side. Now it's Patrick Harnett. This is reversed in deep. There was Hearn. And this will be floated out to center now. Back for it, Schreiman. He's got pressure coming from Gordon. This is swung around. Harnan there. He's going to chip this out to center. And now Fantozzi. Jack Fabiani for Maryland. Perusman can't handle that pass. It goes the length of the ice. And this will be icing. So as I mentioned, both of our broadcast partners are here this weekend. Bailey Unchester joining us now on the broadcast. Bailey, your first road trip. Welcome to the road.
Thank you, Andrew. It's exciting. I'm really happy to be here. Just got some keys for the game for you guys listening at home. Again, thank you for staying tuned with our technical difficulties. But just to put it plainly, Virginia Tech is a really good team. You know, they block. You know, we have to just focus on blocking all of our shots pretty much. They are averaging over 50 shots per game, which is, you know, crazy if you pay attention to hockey stats.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, we just have to really stay offensively optimistic here because as well as those over 50 shots, they are also averaging 6.5 goals per game compared to Maryland's 4.33. So that's a big difference there. You know, Virginia Tech has some really weighted wins here. They are on a 9-game winning streak with wins against teams such as Rider, West Virginia, and Penn State, who the Terps have faced and have had some trouble with over the recent years. You know, so they just, again, have to stay optimistic. But, you know, it's a great atmosphere here tonight at Virginia Tech here in Roanoke. They are doing their breast cancer pink out game, which is a fun little tidbit. A lot of Hokie fans here tonight wearing pink to support, you know, breast cancer fighters, survivors, and just really getting in the spirit of October here. So it's a good game. It's going to be great atmosphere. Really happy to be here. And let's just see how the Terps can fend off against this very strong Virginia Tech team.
Yeah, Bailey, as you said, a fun atmosphere here, but it is going to be a real test for Maryland if they want to stay in this game against, as you said, a 9-win Virginia Tech team. Bailey, thank you so much.
Andrew, thank you.
As Virginia Tech moves in, that one's played right in front. Far side, Keenan Waters on it for Maryland. Can he get it out? It is kept in for the moment. That time by Tulo. And Tulo on it to the middle now. That was Hearn trying to get a shot off. There are two Hearns, Austin and Dean. Austin wearing number 17, Dean wearing number 21. Austin is a freshman, Dean a sophomore, both from Cary, North Carolina. This one's played right to the front by Austin Hearn. And now Keenan Waters will throw this out to center. Back for it goes Kevin McAfee.
That was a good defensive stick from Chase Wilson right there, getting that puck out of the defensive zone, forcing Virginia Tech to reset and allowing the Terps to get a much-needed line change right there.
Into the middle, Kazai. Now Paduzzi right to the front. And now Cam Kazai on the backhand looking to put it there. Another shot and a huge save, Patrick Adams. It still sits there. They're trying to clear it. Now Andre Serra. Kazai in deep for Paduzzi. The captain on his backhand turns it over.
Ty doesn't have a stick at the end of it right there, Andrew.
Trevor Drake to Abdulayev. He'll tip it in, but it's Kevin McAfee. Now for Legis. He faces a hit there in the corner from Abdulayev. This goes far side and kept in by the Terps for the moment. Now it squirts out to center. And this line for Virginia Tech, a dynamic one. Gavin Paduzzi currently leading the ACCHL in points He just broke the record for most points by a Virginia Tech player not too long ago. And Cam Kazai, number 41, is the reigning Rookie of the Year for the ACCHL. So this Virginia Tech lineup absolutely loaded, and they are going to be rolling 4 lines all night long.
Absolutely, Andrew. When you've got that much balanced scoring throughout your lineup, you can really just have that luxury of keeping everybody fresh and never having to worry about getting those pucks deep in the offensive zone and creating chances.
Patrick Harnon looking to get this out. There's still a glove on the ice. Far side Fantozzi. He can't move it further. Into the middle now. There's a shot blocked from the stick of Fantozzi. Fantozzi still got it. Behind the net. Patrick Adams doesn't have his stick. Fantozzi shoots. Save Adams, and he'll cover.
Second time that Patrick Adams has lost his stick on a play in tight. A little bit of contact between him and his defenseman right there, but Patrick Adams making some good recoveries, swallowing up all these pucks early. But already just over 6 minutes here into this game. A lot of opportunities for the Hokies.
So the Terps will get this 4th line on the ice. Blake Warner, Abraham Perusmond, and Jack Hudrin. Hudrin there trying to get that out. It's kept in, that time by Kellogg. And then a block by Hudrin sends this one the length of the ice.
Good block there by Hudrin.
Back for Fantozzi. Into the middle now. Kubi's going to dump it in. And he's going to get after it. First there is Teske. He'll reverse it. Now for Blake Warner. Warner gets his head up and makes a pass. Hudrin will tip this away. And this goes right into the penalty box. Look out. As there is no netting separating us from the ice. So we're going to have to keep our heads on a swivel here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if a puck's coming at us, that means it's coming in real hot too, Andrew. So
Yeah.
If you see one coming this way,
Hey,
make sure to duck.
It's protect the camera first.
Yeah.
Camera first.
Well, this camera.
Nah, we'll protect.
Yeah.
So a center ice face-off. Chase Wilson wins that one. Here is Chase Wilson now. Through center ice, he'll enter the zone, but just offside at the Virginia Tech line.
Yep, Keenan Waters about a step ahead of that pass from Chase Wilson right there. Good-looking rush by the Terps, though, winning that face-off, getting the offensive zone rush started with some defensive passing. And
as Bailey said, the Virginia Tech Hokies averaging 56 shots a game and 6.5 goals a game. Those are numbers you don't see very often, and they are doing it against good opponents. So this team in Virginia Tech is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, they're putting up video game-like numbers
honestly
out there, Andrew. 56 shots a game is just absurd.
Yeah, it's tough to comprehend how dominant that is.
I mean, they haven't had a lot of high-danger ones yet so far, but I think Patty Adams has already faced at least 7, and we're not even 10 minutes into this period.
Terps are going to really have to limit those shots on goal here tonight. Here's Keenan Waters far side. He's going to chip this around a defenseman. That was Sullivan. He got around right to the front, Duchesne, and it skips away from him. Tomaszewski shoots just wide. So a good chance here for Maryland.
First real offensive chance for the Terps right there. Daniel Tomaszewski with the best opportunity. He had Travis Duchesne at the net front looking to bury that rebound off the shot from the point.
Here come the Terps again. Waters to the front, trying to tip it. There was Healy, and it squirts to the corner.
Tucker Healy, arguably Maryland's best player in those 2 games against Penn State, had a lot of great offensive zone possessions and defensive plays, nearly getting a tip right there on Ian Key.
Healy moving in again. He has that one taken away from him. Back at center, Ilham Abdullayev with the puck. He will swing this rink wide. Over there was Hearn. Now into the center of the ice. This comes back from McAfee. He'll swing it near side. This is Legis. Right back to McAfee. Kevin McAfee, a Pittsburgh product. I actually played with him growing up, so funny to see him tonight.
Yeah, you and I both have a bit of history with some of these Hokies on the ice.
As there's a good chance for Maryland. Trevor Drake cutting to the front, saved by Ian Key. But yeah, we've mentioned it so many times. Hockey's such a big family. It's cool to see familiar faces all around. And now we get to travel and see people we don't usually see, so it's cool.
Yeah, one of Virginia Tech's goalies who's not dressing tonight, Tucker Forrest, played at one of my rival high schools. He and I faced each other a lot from between freshman and senior years.
Awesome stuff. Far side Hearn trying to get it out. It will come out to center. And now Tulo. Hearn still got it. Austin Hearn to the front of the net. It sits there. Looking for it is Adams. It's played wide of the net now. James Body.
Penalty coming up here on the Terps.
And now the Terps will take a penalty, and we will see the Virginia Tech power play.
And this is absolutely what assistant coach Tom Leskovich did not want to see. Before the game, he was telling you and I how lethal this Virginia Tech power play has been to start the year, Andrew. He said one of Maryland's keys to the game had to be staying disciplined and staying out of the box. Not a good start on that front right there.
So we'll get a face-off to the left of Patrick Adams. Sorry, we're trying to get this camera fixed. It's a little crooked. It's always something.
Well, a face-off win by Tucker Healy right there, and Daniel Tomaszewski is able to clear it. That'll get some time off of this penalty kill early for the Terps.
Daniel Tomaszewski will move it through center. Tucker Healy couldn't reach it.
Tucker Healy keeping that pressure on, though, forcing Virginia Tech to reset again. Really good penalty killing early on by Maryland, not letting the Hokies establish an offensive presence yet. And a strip there by Brian Teske, and he'll clear, and that'll get some more time off the clock. Hokies forced to reset again. This time, Gavin Peduzzi will take it out. Peduzzi plays it across to Kazai. Kazai below the net, waits. Back to the point. Nobody's there, and that'll be a free clear for the Terps. Leskovich will change up his lines, and the Hokies are forced to reset again. Kazai coming in on the left circle. In on Adams. Save made by Patrick Adams, and we've got another penalty coming up here. Hook is the signal from the official. We'll see who's guilty in a second. Good save from Patrick Adams, but he's going to have his work cut out for him as the Terps are going to fall down 5-on-3 here. Brian Teske getting called for a hook in close on his goaltender right there. Cam Kazai coming in on that play. All alone on the left circle. Good recovery by Teske to muffle that shot. Unfortunately, he got his stick around the hands right there, and the Terps will be 5-on-3 for the next 55 seconds. Face-off win by the Hokies. This is Brian Rice at the point. Sends it across, back to Rice. Rice with a shot over the head of Patrick Adams. Recovered back at the point here by Sullivan. Sullivan goes across to Hearn. That's Austin Hearn. Hearn back to Rice. Rice on the right circle. Good passing there. Could not be finished by Matt Tulo. Hokies retain possession. Brian Rice with another shot. Patrick Adams to save. Rebound. That was Max Sullivan who had an open net. A diving Patrick Adams couldn't get there, but Sullivan missed it. Hokies are buzzing. Rice with a shot. Glove saved by Patty Adams, and he'll hold. Great work there from Patrick Adams. 15 seconds to go in this 5-on-3. Terps will be able to change up their players. Tucker Healy's going to stay out at center. And he's going to be out there with Daniel Tomaszewski and James Body. And in the next 15 seconds, Andre Serra will be released from the box to join his Terps on the ice. Fantozzi takes the draw for the Hokies, loses it to Healy, and Tomaszewski will clear again.
Thank you for taking over, brother.
Whoa.
Sorry about that. Trying to fix the camera.
I'll learn these Virginia Tech players real quick, Andrew.
Good work. Far side, Peduzzi. He'll move it to the middle. Fantozzi faces pressure. Peduzzi couldn't handle that. Now Fantozzi again trying to move it across for his defenseman Legis, and it comes back out to center. Legis, Kazai. Cam Kazai, the rookie of the year last year. Peduzzi. Back to Kazai. And Peduzzi again to the point. Legis. And Peduzzi will shoot. It was blocked by Body. Rebound sits there. Can the Terps clear? No.
Really good shot blocked by James Body right there. Unfortunately, they couldn't get all the way out of the zone, and Travis Duchesne finishes the job right there.
Great
What
read.
penalty killing from the Terps on this one so far.
Good read there from Travis Duchesne to steal that puck and send it the length of the ice. Look out here. Peduzzi in. Good poke, Sean Amon.
Sean Amon, perfect positioning right there. Great timing with the stick to get that takeaway, and we've got another whistle here.
It's a hand pass, so no penalty. But the faceoff will stay in the Terps defensive zone.
If it's a hand pass, you should be allowed to do a hand pass in your defensive zone, right?
I also think that's a different rule.
Oh, okay. Apologies.
No, it is different. So 8:26 on the clock and still about 12 seconds on that power play. Brian Teske standing in the box. Shot from the point. That one goes just wide. This is Hearn. He'll give it to Stewart into the point now. Sent across Rice. Rice is going to shoot, and he scores. A shot from the point from Brian Rice. It's a seeing eye one, and it finds its way past Patrick Adams. 1-0 Hokies.
Yeah, there's not a lot that you can do there if you're Maryland. A couple of early penalties right there. Really good job on the penalty kill early on, getting a lot of clears, but there were also a lot of golden opportunities for Virginia Tech on that power play caused by some good cycling passing. Brian Rice had the majority of the shots on that one. Patty Adams had the answer for most of them. That time, rips a snapshot right over the glove of Patrick Adams. Not much he can do right there. Beautiful seeing eye shot from Brian Rice.
So it is a power play goal for Virginia Tech. This power play has been lethal so far this year, as the Terps will look to respond. 1-0 is the score. We are about 12 minutes through this first period. And now a penalty upcoming to Virginia Tech. Patrick Adams to the bench. Tomaszewski, backhand shot. It doesn't get all the way through, and Virginia Tech will touch up. So now Maryland has a chance to respond. They go to the power play.
Yep, they're going to get an interference on the Hokies right here. That play on the boards, preventing Keenan Waters from being able to play the puck when he had an opportunity to get a rush in the offensive zone. And it's the goal scorer, Brian Rice, who's coming off for Virginia Tech.
So Brian Rice, the freshman from Bowie, Maryland, will head to the box. And with 7:42 on the clock, the Terps power play gets going. And it'll be a quick clear for Virginia Tech. That time it was Trevor Kellogg who sent it the length of the ice. Adams will stop, now to Brian Teske. Cam Kazai looks at him. And here's Trevor Drake near side. Drake through center across the red line and in. Trevor Drake will take it wide. He'll play it in deep. It goes around for Tomaszewski. It gets by him. And it'll come out to center for Brian Teske. He's going to spin away from pressure. And where's the puck? Sits right at center ice for Tomaszewski.
That was really good timing by Daniel Tomaszewski right there.
Drake to Teske and right to Healy. Healy, he's going to walk. He switches with Teske. Healy shoots. Doesn't go all the way through. Comes back to Tucker. He'll put it off a body. Now Cam Kazai on the backhand. He'll get it out.
Very aggressive penalty kill from the Hokies right here. They do not allow a lot of passing. They're always on the puck, forcing quick decisions in the offensive zone for Maryland.
Here's Tomaszewski. To the point, it's Drake. Across Teske. He's got room. Here's Tomaszewski. Big blocker saved by Key.
Good passing there between Teske and Tomaszewski, finding those gaps in the Hokies penalty kill. Good shot by Tomaszewski right there. Ian Key with the blocker save, but a good look there for Maryland.
Tucker Healy below the end line with 35 seconds to go on the power play. Teske near side. Tomaszewski. He's going to shoot one. It hits a body in front. That time it was Hearn, and Dean Hearn will clear.
That was a good setup on the Terps power play right there. Really good passing sparked by Brian Teske at the point and continued by Daniel Tomaszewski on that left circle. Good movement between the two of them and good support by Trevor Drake and Keenan Waters and Tucker Healy around the rest of the offensive zone.
Final 10 seconds of the power play. Schreidman on the backhand. Saved by Key.
Good adjustment there from Key. Schreidman going to the backhand, forcing him to use his body on that one instead of making the glove save.
And a beautiful passing play for Virginia Tech. Finished off by J.H. Legis. And just like that, it's 2-0.
That really was a beautiful passing play right there between Legis and Austin Hearn. Hearn coming in on the left side right there. Sends it into the middle to Legis. Dangles a couple of times. Patty Adams makes his move. Legis still has possession of the puck. Sends it right around him. And it's 2-0 Hokies with 5:40 to go here in the first.
Yeah, Legis caught that puck on his forehand. Just waited for Patrick Adams to go down. And Legis right to the backhand. Had an empty net to work with. And it's 2-0. Back on the Terps, though. Can they respond? It's the fourth line out there. This is going to be sent out to center. This is Hearn. Now Blake Warner for the Terps. Gives it right to center. That was Legis. He'll dump it in. This is kept in by Virginia Tech. Stewart. He throws it just wide. Far side there, Garlock battling with Andre Serra. Cam Kazai steps in to help. It's a 3-on-2 battle over there. Peduzzi watches on. This squirts out of there and gets out to center for Legis. Here is Gavin Peduzzi. Off the skate of James' body, it's going to be cleared by Hudrin. And Jack Hudrin will skate into it. Hudrin enters the zone. He'll throw it wide of Key. And now here is Garlock. He turns it over. Sean Amon, he'll play that off a stick. It goes all the way down, no icing.
That fourth line seemed to be the recipe to get rid of this Hokies attack. They were playing a lot of physical hockey right there, forcing turnovers in the defensive zone.
Chase Wilson turns and fires one wide. After it, Waters. Still battling for it on the near wall. Comes out to Jack Fabiani. He'll go across with it. Duchesne is going to rim this one in. Goes to the near corner. Now Fabiani. He's going to walk and shoot. He scores! Jack Fabiani finds its way through Key. 2-1.
Unfortunately, I did not have the best view of that one because as you at home might be able to see every time the Terps are in the offensive zone, there is a massive stanchion right here. But what I was able to see was Fabiani controlling it at the point, taking a few steps, and it seems like he just ripped it past Key.
There was traffic in front. Key wasn't able to see it the whole way, and it snuck underneath his glove over the pad. And Jack Fabiani, believe that his first of the year, gets the Terps right back in this one. A huge goal.
Truly is a huge goal for Maryland right there. 2-1 right after that back-to-back penalties for Maryland that resulted in the first Virginia Tech goal, and then the Hokies getting that one right off the penalty kill with that chance in tight on Adams. Good job shifting the momentum back for Maryland right there by Fabiani.
So 2-1 Virginia Tech is your score. Tomaszewski, he'll go across. It's Brian Teske. Tipped in by Ilham Abdullayev. Just under 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period. They battle below the goal line. This is put off the side of the net. Trevor Drake now turning to the front, hit a skate, and Key finds it.
Sure did hit a skate in front right there. Ian Key taking no chances after giving up that goal to Fabiani, swallowing up that one with his big catching mitt. And Coach Leskovich is going to go with the third line right here, sending out Harnan, Mohan, and Schreibman to play with Tomaszewski and Teske.
Off the face-off, it'll be one, but right to Michael Schreibman. He was trying to cut to the front. Now this is taken by Mohan. He'll put it towards the net. Rebound sits there. Swept right into the middle. Harnan. He'll turn towards the point and give it there. Tomaszewski. Off a stick in deep. Legis after it. And he'll move it. Moved out to center by the Hokies. Played in right on Patrick Adams, and he will cover.
Good confidence building save from Patrick Adams right there. A couple of really good opportunities for the Hokies. Ended up being two past him. Good save there on Arthur Sang. Set up a defensive zone draw for Maryland right here. Coach Leskovich will switch up his forwards and keep out the same defenseman.
Face off to the left of Patrick Adams. Fourth line for Maryland out there. It's one behind Patrick Adams. Veneri. Now Andrew. Here's Daniel Tomaszewski trying to muscle out. And a whistle blows, and it looks like the Terps are heading back to the penalty box.
I believe that you're right, too. I think they're going to catch Peruzman for a little rough behind the play.
Saw Key heading towards his bench. We'll see what the call is. Peruzman is the man in the box, and boarding is the call. Did not see that.
I saw a little bit of a rough, but I would not have gone as far as to say it was a boarding. It is still just the 2-minute variety. But the Hokies are going back to that super lethal power play that had a lot of opportunities on its first attempt.
Peduzzi. Kazai with a one-timer. Rebound saved by Adams. It goes behind him. Garlock is there. He's got it. Legis to Garlock. Right back to Legis. He had the second goal for the Tech. Legis will shoot. Save Adams.
Very similar to that Brian Rice goal on the first power play. That time it was Legis alone on the left circle, ripping the shot. Patty Adams not making any mistakes that time. Sliding over to his right to swallow up that one with his chest and his glove.
Near side face-off. It is won by Maryland. Teske will send it the length of the ice. Big clear there for Maryland.
Yeah, Tucker Healy, the face-off wizard, taking the defensive zone draw right there, wins it straight back to Teske. Some more time killed off this power play by the Terps killers.
About 30 seconds of difference between the penalty clock and the game clock. A minute 45 to go here in the period as that one is tipped just wide. Legis to the point, Peduzzi, and right back to Legis. Peduzzi again. He'll shoot it through traffic, and it goes wide. Here's Cam Kazai. Peduzzi winds and fires, and it was blocked. They can't clear.
Good block by Duchesne right there.
Kazai wires one. That goes over the net. Everything going towards Patrick Adams here for Virginia Tech on the power play, and Brian Teskey clears again.
Good takeaway by Teskey right there. The Hokies were buzzing again. Peduzzi was trying to get it down low to Fantozzi. Teskey saw the pass before it got there. Good job by number 18 in black to clear it out before it could cause more harm for Maryland.
Sean Amon turning with it, fires it off of Patrick Harnon, and now Virginia Tech has possession. Hearn to the point. Peduzzi still out there. Excuse me, that's not Peduzzi, as Brian Rice fires that on net. That was number 22, Max Sullivan with the pass over to Brian Rice.
Brian Rice trying to replicate his first goal right there, going high glove on Patty Adams again. Patty Adams snagging it out of the air that time. He's not going to let Brian Rice pull that one on him twice.
So 26 seconds remaining on the penalty and 55 seconds remaining in the period. Score is 2-1 Virginia Tech.
They're going to kick Harnon out of the faceoff dot right here.
So Michael Schreiman will step in to take this draw. It is won by Stewart to the point Rice. He's going to go far side Sullivan. Sullivan walks with his head up the whole time. Goes over to Hearn. Austin Hearn. Down low. Tulo. That was Stewart. Now to Tulo, and he fires it wide. Rice to Stewart. He lets it go all the way through. This is Hearn. Sullivan. Now Brian Rice. He'll walk in. Sullivan moving in. Shoots. And Patrick Adams made a save.
Peruzman's out of the box too. Terps got the kill.
Terps kill it off. Rice fires, and that one goes wide. Maybe a break here for Maryland. They can't quite control the puck. And Sullivan will turn it back towards the offensive zone.
Yeah, Peruzman needs to go off for the change right there. He was the extra guy coming out of the box. Fortunately, could not get that puck to create a 2-on-1.
And a good play there from Tucker Healy as the period ends to stop any further pressure. So 20 minutes in the books. It was Virginia Tech who struck twice early. And then Jack Fabiani got Maryland on the board. And that is where we sit as we will head to the break. 2-1 Terps. 2-1 Virginia Tech. We'll see you for the second.
That's weird. I'm gonna be able to like see myself. Hey Terps fans, thank you guys for sticking around for my mid-game report in between the first and the second period here. My name is Bailey Unchester, coming live from Roanoke, Virginia, Maryland-Virginia Tech game. I just got some recaps for what has been going on in this first period. Score currently 2-1 in favor of the Hokies, which, coming into this, knowing what the Hokies are capable of, that is a very good spot for the Terrapins to be in right now. The Hokies got up on the board first, pretty deep into the game, actually. There was no score for a long time in the first period, but Hokies come up 2-0, got a couple of power plays in their favor. But you know what? Maryland actually, I think, has done a really good job defensively this period, specifically during a 3-on-5 power play where Sarah and Teskey found themselves both in the box at the same time, and the 3 men on effectively were able to kill off the majority of that power play. Sarah ended up joining them on the ice, and just as Teskey was coming back on to make it full-strength Terrapins, Virginia Tech was able to slip one in there past Adams, which brought the first goal of the game, I believe. And but then, Terps were able to come up late in the first period with a goal by Jack Fabiani, just shuffled through the traffic there in the crease and was able to slip one by, and which gives us that score of 2-1 right now. Like I said, Virginia Tech, a very strong team and have a lot of very heavy wins that they've gotten this season, 9-game win streak. And the Terps right now are keeping them at a very stable level. We just have to see if the Terps can keep it up through the second and the third period. This Terrapin team, from what I've seen, can go one of two ways as the game goes on. They either get stronger as they play or they kind of completely implode a little bit. So let's hope that it's the former of those and that they can hold on defensively and just continue to be offensively optimistic. So I hope you guys stick around for the second and the third period, and let's see what our Terps are capable of doing. Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. We are getting ready for the start of the second period in the Lancer-Lott Sports Complex between the Virginia Tech Hokies and your Maryland Terrapins. Score currently 2-1 in favor of Virginia Tech. They got on the board with the first two, one on the power play, and then it was Jack Fabiani who responded for Maryland, and that is where we sit. We just have to make one thing clear, though, Andy. We are not Yankees fans, all right?
No, yes. You and I did not approve of that message that was sent during the intermission?
No.
That said, "Go Yankees." I know for sure that I'm definitely rooting for Los Angeles in this series. I won't speak for you per se.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know really who I'm rooting for. I kind of hope they both lose, but
Yeah, actually, that is more accurate for me. But of
Yeah.
the two, I'd prefer the Dodgers.
go Pirates. So.
Go Nationals.
Here we go for the second. Tomaszewski will wire one on net. That was sticked aside by Key. And in deep, this is Stewart. Stewart looking to get out from behind his own net. Almost turned that one over. And this will be sent out to center. Now a race for it. Icing arm is up. Will it be waved off? Yes. Sent around. Stewart. Put it towards the net. Now it's Tomaszewski. And out move the Terps. Waters trying to connect with Travis Duchesne. It gets by him. And after it's Sullivan. Hits a look like a dead spot there in the ice. And now the Hokies will move out. It's Hearn.
Wilson fell on it too. I think there might be a little gap in that ice right there to the right of Ian Key behind his net.
As Patrick Adams swallows that one just about 50 seconds into this first period. Second period.
Patrick Adams played a great first period to keep the Terps in this one, making a lot of saves on those shorthanded plays for Maryland, and a lot of good shot blocking from the Terps as well to snuff out opportunities for the Hokies. Did not necessarily get a lot of offensive zone possession, but they played some tight defense to keep Virginia off the scoreboard for the most part in that first. They got to keep that up in this second.
Terps able to move it to center. This is Andre Serra trying to get around McAfee. They collide. And this will be played around. It's kept in by the Terps. That's Tucker Healy on it. Tucker Healy to the middle. Drake! And it's stopped.
Really good one-timer in the slot right there from Trevor Drake. Tucker Healy making some amazing dangles on the right circle to feed him in the slot right there. Good save from Key to keep this 1-2-1.
And back comes Trevor Drake again. So maybe a 2-on-2. Drake down the right side. He's laid into there by Legis. Squirts right to the front. Abdullayev looking for it, and now Legis will move out with it. Legis gives to his teammate, but right at the blue line, so that's offside.
Hokies seem a little bit off a step here to start this second period. Tight game so far. They've played a lot of lopsided ones in this 9-game winning streak. Maybe a little one-goal advantage. They're a little scared right now, Andrew.
Maybe.
They aren't quite used to this kind of gameplay.
And the longer the Terps can stay in this and keep it a one-goal game, the better it's going to get for them. So
Absolutely.
We'll see what they can do here. Here's Michael Schreiman right at the red line. He'll send it in. Interested to know what the shots are right now. We don't know.
Yeah, I would venture to guess somewhere around 20 for Tech and around, I would say, 7 or 8 for Maryland.
I feel like that's probably a fair guess.
Yeah, there were a lot of shots on goal on those power plays for the Hokies in the first period. They had 3 of them. And Patrick Adams stood tall for the most part.
Face off to the right of senior goaltender Ian Key. It is won by Maryland, but now Garlock looking to move it out. Schreiman keeps. Harnan trying to twist it deeper. Here's Schreiman walking right at the blue line, and that is a hand pass against Maryland.
Yep, Patrick Harnan and Michael Schreiman working together right there. Schreiman tapping that puck off the glove of Harnan. Force a whistle, send it back out to neutral. And Coach Leskovich will send his first line back out onto the ice.
So Wilson, Waters, and Duchesne will get out there with Fabiani and Amon. Neutral ice face-off. Ref talking with Garlock and Waters. And now we drop it. Amon trying to move it through center. Garlock. He'll give to Kazai. Kazai's going to try and take it wide. It's poked to the corner, but thrown right on net. And now Keenan Waters the other way. Waters with speed. He'll shoot it, and that just goes wide of Key.
Just missed the right pad there. Keenan Waters trying to go low on the glove side. Went just wide of the net, and unfortunately, Fabiani was a little bit too far behind the play to get that rebound opportunity in close.
Sean Amon's going to stretch it out. Here's Chase Wilson. He's going to backhand it in deep. And that'll be swept away by Hearn. Pops up in the air, sits right in front of the Maryland bench. Now Jack Fabiani trying to move with it. And now Chase Wilson on the backhand is going to dump it in. Here is Dean Hearn. For his teammate, it's Kellogg.
Good hit there by Chase Wilson, finishing his check.
He was looking for Sang in the middle. It comes to Andrew. And now Michael Schreiman in his own end. He'll swing it around. This is Tomaszewski. He'll put it out to center. Goes all the way through everyone. And Brian Rice will move it off the wall. Taken by Daniel Tomaszewski. Into the middle now. Patrick Harnan just offside, and that was a close one.
Tomaszewski and Mohan pleading their case to the linesman. They're not going to win that argument. Patrick Harnan giving him a little word after that play, too. Real tight play at the blue line right there. Wipes out an opportunity for the Terps.
So Veneri and Mohan on the draw. Luke Mohan wins it. Here's Alex Sandell on his backhand trying to put it in, and he will. Dean Hearn, he'll sweep it around. Excuse me, that was Sullivan. Harnan spinning away from pressure to the middle, but it squirts off his stick and out to center.
Really good pressure there from Arthur Sang, forcing Harnan to drop that puck and get a clear for the Hokies.
Back for it, Rice. He's got pressure on him. Harnan and Schreibman there, but out with it comes Virginia Tech. That is Sang. Far side, Veneri. Trying to get around Sandell. Veneri's going to get after it. Just about 4 minutes into this period. Veneri still with it. He'll put it in deep. This is Andrew trying to get it to the middle. Doesn't connect with anyone. And now swept all the way down by Luke Mohan.
Should be an icing.
Excuse me, that was Patrick Harnan.
And it is an icing, so the Terps will be forced to keep that third line on the ice.
Well, now they're letting him change.
Yeah, yes. The officials are saying that it was deflected at center ice, so both teams are allowed to change, and they'll put the draw at neutral.
Just another missed icing call.
Yeah. Well, we had 0 in that Penn State game last week, so we were due.
We are due, and we got it. Abdullayev moves towards Key, and he'll fire it in. McAfee, near side Austin Hearn, into the middle. Good pass there, now to Tulo. Tulo and Stewart move out. Stewart down the right side to the middle. He shoots. Save, rebound, and Tucker Healy clears it.
Nice job by Tucker Healy right there, sweeping that rebound out of harm's way. Good initial save by Patty Adams, but that rebound was real juicy for the Hokies. Good awareness by number 5 in black.
Abdullayev rink wide to no one. Now Trevor Drake finds Ilham Abdullayev. Abdullayev moves in and shoots one. Saved by Key, and the rebound sits right in front of him, and he covers.
Good job by Trevor Drake in center ice right there, keeping the pressure on, forcing a turnover to spring Abdullayev and get a little shot in on Key right there. Set up an offensive zone draw for the Terps, and they'll go with their fourth line here, get a bit of a physical presence.
Interesting stat here. All-time Virginia Tech versus Maryland in hockey. The Virginia Tech Hokies are 14-5. So they have had Maryland's number over the years. And last year, we did see the Hokies at the ACC Showcase, and Virginia Tech took that one 6-3. So we'll see if Maryland can kind of break the curse a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They could potentially get it halfway there, 14-7 by the end of the weekend.
As that one is thrown back in on Patrick Adams, and he covers.
Yeah, just a little compliment to the Virginia Tech broadcasting staff to our right here. They did a very good job of preparing us for this game. We have a whole packet of game notes and stats with historical numbers.
Stats I'd never thought I would see. But, yeah, huge shout-out to Chris and the whole squad over there from Virginia Tech. They've been awesome. So nice to us. And, yeah, cool to see such a professional setup they have going on. So make sure to check them out on all their socials and tune into one of their games if you get a chance. This is played back for Sean Amon. He'll go across to Jack Fabiani. Amon, he'll get his head up and move up ice. Now Blake Warner on his backhand. He'll put it in. Back for it now is to Cray. Drew to Cray. He's going to move out with it. He'll give to Kellogg. Kellogg will gain the red and fire it in. This goes behind Patrick Adams all the way around. Skips off the boards over Cam Kazai, and the Terps are able to clear. Kellogg.
Fortunate bounce for the Terps right there, getting a little free clear as it went over the stick, and now Jack Fabiani will get an opportunity into the offensive zone.
Waters going to shoot one, and that hit Cam Kazai on the way in. And now Sullivan, he takes a hit from Waters, separates him from the puck, but Virginia Tech will move out. This pass skips over Travis Duchesne, looking for Garlock, and now Kazai's got it. He'll leave it for Peduzzi. Back down low, Kazai. In the corner, Amon all over him. And this is played towards the front, but swept away by the Terps. No danger there, and it's Keenan Waters right at center. And a clean strip there by Rice, and back comes Virginia Tech. Look out here. Peduzzi, all alone, scores. Gavin Peduzzi, as he's done all year long. And now 3-1, Virginia Tech.
Well, that's a pinch right there by the Terps. Trying to get a little aggressive on an offensive zone entry, end up turning it over. Peduzzi's in alone on Patty Adams. And just like the second goal for the Hokies, coming in alone, just wait for the goalie to make his move first, and you've got an open net. Peduzzi makes no mistake right there. It's 3-1 Hokies here in the second period.
And for Gavin Peduzzi, that is his 12th goal of the year in his 11th game, his 30th point of the season, only 11 games in. Again, video game numbers for the Hokies captain.
Just how do you do that?
I don't know.
Especially at this level of hockey. That's just crazy production. Great season for Peduzzi. That's truly incredible.
It really is. When you see someone with a points per game of around three, you know they're doing something right. Honestly, anywhere above or even near one is good. And here comes Maryland. Mohan across. Schreibman in a big save by Ian Key.
Really good rush there for the Terps. Mohan, Schreibman coming in 2-on-1. Good passing between the two of them. Michael Schreibman getting a nice opportunity on Ian Key right there, but number 31 in white came up with the save. Harnan, Mohan working on the corner against Arthur Sang.
They continue to dig for it. Comes out for Schreibman, a quick shot, and the glove of Ian Key says no.
Schreibman trying to go with a little sneaky shot from the left circle right there, going with the quick trigger out of that scrum. Ian Key ready for it. Did not get caught off guard by that fast release from number 22.
Coach Tom Leskovich calling for a slash over there. He's looking right at the ref. He's not going to get it. Face off to the right of Key. We'll try this again.
And I believe they're going to kick Tucker Healy out of the draw for that little pinch from Abdullayev on the left side.
Off the draw, this is McAfee. He'll poke it for Hearn. And now Tulo. And Virginia Tech moves out, but right to Maryland's stick. Trevor Drake right at center. Across for Body. James Body moves in. He's going to get after it. On it is Legis. He'll reverse it. Matthew Tulo. Stewart can't handle that pass. Andre Serra back for the Terps. Sweeps it for James Body. Couldn't connect there. And Patrick Adams had to make a save there as Legis threw it in. 12 minutes to go here in the second period of play. 3-1 Hokies is the score.
So far in this second period, Terps have done a much better job of suppressing shots. Patrick Adams has not faced nearly as much pressure as he did in the first period. Obviously, that one breakaway goal is a play you'd like to have back if you're Maryland, but good adjustments by Coach Leskovich to make sure that the Hokies are not getting that consistent offensive zone opportunities.
J.H. Legis going to call his own number here, right to the front looking for Hearn. And now it is Maryland who moves out with it, but it's kept in for the moment, but they call offside.
Hokies not too pleased with that call right there, as Dom Fantozzi arguing with the linesman about that whistle. A couple of tight offsides where the players have not been pleased so far in this second period.
So we will get a neutral ice face-off just in front of the penalty boxes. Fantozzi and Peruzman. They tie up off the draw. Peruzman trying to win it, and it's one over to the side. And that'll be swept wide of Patrick Adams, that time by Drew Takray. On the backhand, put towards Adams, rebound. It sits there. Adams had it in his glove for a second, and the whistle blows. And now some pushing and shoving.
Quick whistle right there as Patrick Adams had under his glove for about a second. Got the attention of the official. Then a little bit of extracurriculars after the play. That was Blake Warner and Chris Kuby, the two main ones getting at it after the whistle right there.
And that is Chris Kuby without a helmet, as he goes and grabs it, and he'll put it back on. And we have a Virginia Tech Hokie heading to the penalty box. It's Dom Fantozzi, so it looks like Maryland is going to get a power play out of this.
Yeah, it looks like they called Fantozzi for a rough. So I guess that the officials deemed he had the biggest influence on that scrum after the whistle, enough to put the Hokies shorthanded. But the Terps will take it. They've got two minutes to try and get one more right here.
11:11 on the clock and a full 2 minutes of power play time to work with. It is Dom Fantozzi in the box for Virginia Tech. It'll be Peduzzi and Kazai out there on the forward group for Virginia Tech against this top unit for Maryland. Off the draw, it's one to the corner. Kazai trying to sweep it out. He can't.
Nice keep in by Teskey. Another one right there.
And now it is taken by Rice, and he'll send it the length of the ice.
Pair of good keep-ins from Brian Teskey right there. Unfortunately, the third one couldn't quite get it. Terps need to take it slow and set up their power play. They had a nice set of opportunities on their first one in the first period. Just need to get their system in place.
Brian Teskey, Cam Kazai all over him. Now it's Trevor Drake. He'll go near side with it. Tucker Healy to the middle. Healy has it taken by Kazai, but he can't get it out. Played in deep, now Waters. They battle in the far corner. Who's going to come out with it? Cam Kazai against 3 Terps.
Officials are telling him to move it.
And now to the point, it's Trevor Drake. Drake off a stick, finds its way to Tucker Healy. Healy, Trevor Drake. Drake at the point. He shoots one, and it's a blocker save there for Key.
Keenan Waters going for the deflection right there, waving his stick in front of that Trevor Drake shot.
Tomaszewski, he'll reverse it to the point. Brian Teskey walks with it. Back to Tomaszewski. Chevy surveys. On his backhand, now to his forehand. Tucker Healy behind the net. Trevor Drake, he'll shoot it, and a good block there by Peduzzi.
Really good block by Peduzzi. Nice adjustment on Trevor Drake. Number 13 in black had a golden opportunity.
And a giveaway there. Virginia Tech will get the clear.
22 seconds to go on this Maryland power play as Coach Leskovich will send out the second unit. Best opportunity was Trevor Drake's chance from the left circle that was swallowed up by Gavin Peduzzi before it could get to Ian Key.
Here's Tucker Healy. Healy will build speed and move in. Healy trying to get around there. He did get around to Cray, excuse me.
Looked like he was asking for a hook at the end right there.
Duchesne, he'll put one towards the net. Hit a shin pad and goes wide. Tucray battles with a couple Terps behind the net. It's put in front by Duchesne and out moves Virginia Tech.
Kill for the Hokies as well. They've got the full 5 out there.
Even strength we play. Behind the net, Stewart. On his backhand, Tucray will shoot one. It was tipped. That might have caught a piece of the crossbar.
Yeah, Patrick Adams was preparing for that low shot, the late deflection. Luckily, it's just a little bit too high.
Back for it, Tucray. He'll give it to Dean Hearn. Dean, the sophomore, he'll give it to Stewart now. Stewart off the wall to Andrew. Andrew trying to get around Fabiani, can't do so. And now Jack Fabiani's got it. Jack Fabiani with the only goal for Maryland here tonight.
Was a beauty, too. Seeing eye shot right over the blocker of Ian Key in the first period.
Fabiani's first of the year. And a good move there from Schreibman, but it was the hit from Legis that knocks him off the puck. And that is textbook defense there from J.H. Legis.
Sure was. Using your body to prevent the offensive zone opportunity. Michael Schreibman trying to spring a pass right there, but J.H. Legis getting in that passing lane. Nice turnover by Perusman.
Perusman gave to Hudrin, who took that shot, and Blake Warner just throwing the body around right now.
Very physical has been number 25 in black tonight. His presence has been known. Anytime the Terps need to get some little momentum shifts, Coach Leskovich has turned to this fourth line, and Blake Warner has thrown his body around effectively tonight.
With it now, Andre Serra. He's going to sky this one out to center over the head of Legis. And back for it goes McAfee. Kevin McAfee to Legis. Terps need a change. Jack Hudrin's going to get one. Perusman still needs off. This is tipped in by Garlock. About 7:10 on the clock remaining here in the second. Peduzzi in the far corner. Now Kazai trying to step away with it. He'll twist it in deep. Peduzzi off the back of the net. And they still battle behind the goal line. It's swept far side. Pinching in that time was Rice. And now Peduzzi's got it. He'll throw it towards the net, blocked by Perusman. And Sullivan, rink wide. This is Rice. He'll step into the zone. Rice shoots. And that goes off a stick and into the netting above the glass.
That was Andre Serra getting his stick in the shooting lane right there to force a defensive zone draw, making sure Patty Adams doesn't have to face that one. A lot of good opportunities for the Terps in this second period, most of them coming off the rush, forcing a lot of turnovers in neutral ice, creating odd man rushes on Ian Key. Unfortunately for them, number 31 in white has been a brick wall so far for the Hokies. He has been rock solid back there.
6:43 on the clock as we get going again. Trevor Drake has it bounce over his stick and kept in by the Hokies. To the middle is Hearn. Tulo. He's going to shoot one, blocked by Sandell. Alex Sandell having trouble with it behind the net, but he steps out with it. A couple Hokies behind the play. Here comes Alex Sandell. He leaves it for Abdullayev.
Beautiful drop pass right there.
Abdullayev throws one on net, pad save key. Now Abdullayev again. He'll turn towards the net and shoot it off the shin pad of Tulo, and it comes out to center. But Alex Sandell showing his offensive ability on that rush.
Yeah, an amazing drop pass for Ilham Abdullayev, getting another shot in on Ian Key right there. Coming off of that offensive zone rush, the 3-on-2 rush for the Terps right there, and it created another little offensive zone opportunity afterwards too. Good sustained pressure from Maryland.
Brian Teskey shifting around a pressuring forward. It sends the length of the ice. No icing there. Swept around by the Hokies, but not out. Wilson to Abdullayev. He'll put it wide of the net. Trevor Drake's going to get there. Drake on his backhand twisted in deep, and it comes back to Trevor Drake. Drake moving towards the net. It squirts into the middle, and it'll be taken out by Virginia Tech. This is Fantozzi. Across now, Gordon. Right in the middle, Hearn. And what a stop by Patrick Adams.
Patrick Adams throwing out that left pad right there to shut down the shot from Hearn in the slot. Nice job by number 30 in black. First shot he's faced in a while.
Fantozzi again, and that also might have caught a piece of Patrick Adams of the crossbar, and it goes up into the netting with just about 5 minutes to go in the second period.
Yeah, I believe that clicked off of Adams' arm before hitting the crossbar and then going to the netting. It hit all three right there, Andrew. Either way, Terps will take it because it means it's not in the back of the net, and they'll just have to suffer through a defensive zone draw.
To be exact, 5 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Face-off won by Fantozzi. Tipped right on net by Fantozzi, and it just goes wide of Adams.
Really dangerous opportunity for the Hokies right there. Fantozzi getting that late tip in. Patrick Adams was ready for it. Luckily, it went just wide, so we didn't have to see if his glove was in the right spot.
Kellogg throws it in deep. Keenan Waters. He gets some help from Andre Serra. Terps looking to move it out. They can't. It'll go behind the net. James Body meets with Gordon. Kubi. To the point, it's Dean Hearn. Hearn going to move down the wall. Hearn right to the front. Rebound! Patrick Adams has it.
And James Body's going to stand up for his goalie right there. A late poke from Chris Kubi. And James Body defending Patty Adams. That was well after the whistle from number 23 in white. And both teams will stay 5-on-5. No penalties doled out for that little scrap between Body and Kubi.
So with 4.5 minutes on the clock, we will drop this puck to the left of Patrick Adams. It is Sang on the draw for Virginia Tech against Luke Mohan. And we're going to try this again. And it looks like Sang is going to get tossed from the draw. No.
No?
Nope.
All right, just do it again.
Wait.
Maybe he is getting tossed from the draw.
Now Luke Mohan gets tossed. Oh, they're sending them both. Interesting.
Of course.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Both of them get tossed.
A double kick out that is not the double kick out resulting in a penalty.
And did that go across the line? It was Veneri on the backhand. The Virginia Tech bench reacted as if it went in.
I was about to say, the Hokies were acting like it went in. Patty Adams, adamant that it did not.
The signal is a face-off right to the right of Patrick Adams, so for the moment, no goal.
And no official signal from either referee yet, and they'll go with no goal.
We move on. Twisted right on net by Veneri.
Yeah, Patty always has a good story about those ones for us on the bus after the game.
He does.
We'll see what he says about that one.
We'll this one is sent out to center by Teskey. Harnan plays it into space for Schreibman. Legis now will reverse it. That is Sang in the corner. Out with it, Schreibman. Into the middle for Mohan. Now Teskey at the point. He'll shoot it. Tipped just wide by Harnan.
Patrick Harnan, who's been the tip master all season, getting another one right there. Ian Key getting a chunk of it with his blocker, but another good deflection by number 17 in black. He has been a specialist at that this year.
In this near corner, Veneri turns it over to Tomaszewski, and it just gets out to center. Kevin McAfee on his backhand takes a hit from Luke Mohan.
Luke Mohan, who had a very good day in that second game against Penn State, playing a very physical brand of hockey, forcing a lot of turnovers and creating offense with his physicality.
And with the amount of players the Terps have this season, everyone who is in the lineup tonight is there for a reason, and Luke Mohan, a big one.
Yeah, Luke Mohan, a guy who has not played in all the games for the Terps so far this year, but he has been earning more and more minutes in these recent games, playing a very physical style. He has earned the trust of this coaching staff. Great resurgence by number 12.
3 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. Mohan wins this draw, but right to Cam Kazai, and Patrick Adams makes a blocker save. Far side moving in is Brian Rice. Kazai right back to Rice. Tipped on that by Batuzzi. And now this is sent the length, and it'll be icing.
Looked like Patty Adams took a bit of a sigh of relief after that one right there. That was a tight tip right in front of him. Cluffed his pad and then swept out of harm's way. Just turns into an icing.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout.
All right, Coach Leskovich using his timeout, which we now know means that you are allowed to change your skaters. So getting this tired group off the ice will be the job of Coach Leskovich as he regroups them down 3-1 here with 3:01 to go in the second period. Sorry to those of you at home that can only hear me at the moment. We're trying to get the camera back online. There it is. But Andrew, good use of the timeout here by Coach Leskovich. That was a very tired unit who was on the ice that had just committed another icing. So they would have been forced to stay out had Coach Leskovich not called it right
but
here.
Now, because they took that timeout, they are allowed to change.
Yes.
So Terps will talk things over. Tom Leskovich will decide who he wants out there.
Looks like he's going to be sending out that first line. Keenan Waters and Travis Duchesne getting ready.
So that is what it will be. Chase Wilson, Keenan Waters, Travis Duchesne, along with Jack Fabiani and Sean Ament. 3 minutes on the clock. Face off to the left of Patty Adams.
Another face-off infraction right here.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of them tonight.
Off the draw, tied up by Paduzzi. Sean Ament has it. On his backhand, he'll throw it around. Brian Rice right to the net. It was tipped just high of Patty Adams.
Hokie's going with a lot of deflections right here. Patty Adams did a good job of swallowing up everything he could get a good sight line on in the first period. They're trying to throw off Patrick Adams with a lot of late tips.
On it is Max Sullivan, facing pressure from Keenan Waters. Sullivan trying to move it in, he will, but kept in by Fabiani. He'll
Nice
put it
job
in
by
deep.
Fabiani at the point right there, going to the backhand to keep in that puck and sending it deep.
Paduzzi will float this to center. And it is icing.
And the Hokie bench is very upset about that call.
Well, that puck certainly looked like it was slowing down before the end line, but an early icing whistle with 2.5 minutes to go in the period. And this one's going to stand.
It was definitely an early icing whistle, I'll put it that way, but Maryland will take it.
So Maryland with an offensive zone draw. Fourth line for the Terps. Out there with Sarah and Body. It is won by Virginia Tech. Sullivan will put this off the glass. It gets out. James Body back in his own end for Sarah. They battle for it there. It comes to Blake Warner. He's got some room and he's going to take it. Blake Warner will enter the zone. On his backhand, he chips it around Sullivan. Blake Warner using his body to protect the puck. Into the middle, a shot. Saved by Keon Hudrin. And a big stop, and now look out.
Jack Hudrin getting very physical after that shot right there. Good chance on Ian Key. And he goes right after Sullivan after that whistle.
And we will have some penalties upcoming. But it just looks like Max Sullivan is going.
And Jack Hudrin getting high fives from the bench
Yep.
on that one for drawing the penalty.
Jack Hudrin doing his job, and Max Sullivan, the freshman also from Cary, North Carolina, going to head to the box.
I could hear Max Sullivan on his way to the box right there as the official was escorting him. He used slightly less friendly language, but the gist of what he was saying was, you got to get both right there.
So the Terps will head back to the power play. And Virginia Tech trying to decide who they want on the ice. They only have 3 skaters out there right now.
Yeah. Well, they do still get the fourth. That is fair.
This is true. And as the home team, you do get the last change.
And the officials still explaining their decision to only call the penalty on Sullivan to the Virginia Tech bench.
And we have seen a few occurrences this season where they just end up taking both players. But an interesting one there is just Sullivan goes. But the Terps will take it, and they're on the power play.
Yeah, Jack Hudrin getting a lot of kudos on the bench for that one, for drawing the penalty and keeping himself out of the box. Doing just enough to make sure he didn't cross that line for getting a roughing minor.
But sometimes against a very skilled and fast team, you kind of have to drag them down to your level almost and make them do something stupid.
Exactly.
And that is exactly what Jack Hudrin did.
Well, that was not a stupid play from the Hokies right there. Good poke of the point by Zach Stewart to force another turnover and kill some time off the clock here for Virginia Tech.
Legis will go back with it. Now McAfee and right back to Legis, and he will send it the length of the ice. 1:20 to go on this power play. Tucker Healy is going to put it off the end wall, and Brian Teskey will start from his usual spot behind Patrick Adams. Now to Daniel Tomaszewski. Into the offensive zone. To the middle. Terps will now be able to get set up. Teskey, he'll shoot it, and Key almost lost it. He didn't know where it was for a second, but he covers.
Key was looking behind him right there. He thought it squeaked through his blocker, was waiting for that puck to go out on the other side, and Tucker Healy was too. He was ready for Ian Key to drop that one. Luckily for the Hokies, ends up just underneath his glove.
And how about the pad setup from Ian Key? Those are sweet.
That beautiful VT.
Those are sweet. This
got on his blocker as well.
Yeah. Kept in by Tomaszewski. This is Tucker Healy. Healy to the point. Teskey, can he get there? He does, but it's cleared. Under a minute to go in the period.
Nice attempt by Brian Teskey to keep it in right there. Unfortunately, that pass just a little bit too slow, trying to hit Trevor Drake on the other side.
Brian Teskey to Tomaszewski. Into the middle, it's Waters, skating right into pressure. Tucker Healy, he'll go behind the net. Healy surveys. Trevor Drake across. Tomaszewski can't get the shot off. Backhand goes off the side of the net, and Key covers.
Unfortunate break for the Terps right there. Daniel Tomaszewski fans on the first one-timer. It allows Ian Key to set up. Still gets a nice opportunity with that backhander, but unfortunately, number 31 in white was able to get into position. Still 3-1 here in the second period.
Fantozzi and Harnan on the draw. Fantozzi wins this one. Legis fakes the slap shot, and he pokes it to some space, and he has room. The speedy defenseman's going to take it. Here comes Legis. Legis to the middle. No one there.
Nice poke check from Travis Duchesne right there to spark an offensive rush here.
Kevin McAfee sweeps that away from Harnan. And Harnan hits the ice, and he is slow to get up. He's going to head right to the bench, as that will do it for the second period of play. It was Gavin Peduzzi, the only goal of the period, on a breakaway. And that is where we stand, 3-1 as we head to the second intermission. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us for the third period of play. Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for the start of the third and final period here from the Lancerlot Sports Complex in Roanoke, Virginia. Score is currently 3-1 in favor of Virginia Tech. And coming into this game, I'm not sure the Terps, us, or anyone expected this to be the score through 40 minutes of play.
No, with the amount of goals that the Hokies average per game and shots that they average per game, Maryland has been very impressive so far, especially in that second period. The Terps did an amazing job at suppressing shots. Virginia Tech, although they had a lot of offensive zone time, they were not getting very many opportunities on Patty Adams.
And for the Terps, it's about limiting those defensive breakdowns, and we've seen a couple that have led to goals, but you think one of those or two of those go differently, it's a tie game, it's a one-goal game, they're right in this.
Absolutely, Andrew. The two most recent goals for Virginia Tech, as
Look out
right there, but Virginia Tech's two most recent goals came off of turnovers from Maryland in bad defensive spots. If you prevent those two mistakes, it's a tie game right now. Prevent one of them, it's only a one-goal game. Maryland is very much in this one right now.
And they still have 20 minutes to work with, so who knows what we could see. Here's Cam Kazai. Taken now by Tomaszewski and outmove the Terps. Keenan Waters right at center. He's going to fire this right in on net. Key will steer it aside 30 seconds into the period. This is played near side. And Tucker Healy steals, trying to sweep it right to the front. Abdullayev was there, but Key finds it and covers.
Nice sneaky steal from Tucker Healy right there, feeding Abdullayev. Getting a mini chance there on Ian Key.
Just about 45 seconds into this period. Offensive zone draw for the Terps. It's Healy and Stewart. And off the draw, Terps get control. Trevor Drake. He's going to sauce this one near side. James Body. It was blocked before it got to the net, and here comes Virginia Tech the other way. Legis will go back for it. J.H. Legis. He's been extremely noticeable here tonight. That hits the glass and right in on Patty Adams. He will cover.
Yeah, Legis sure has been noticeable tonight. He played a very physical brand of hockey in that second period, laying a ton of hits, forcing turnovers, and creating offense for the Hokies.
And he's using his speed to do that, too. A very, very fast defenseman for Virginia Tech. Wearing number 7 in white is Legis. Here's McAfee. Tulo on the backhand right to Andre Serra. Now James Body looking for a tip into the zone. Hokies take over. Hearn far side. Now Tucker Healy's got it, but Hearn steals. And the Terps get it right back. Abdullayev moves out to center. He's got pressure, though. It's back and forth. Hearn dangles around Serra. Austin Hearn, big save. Patrick Adams.
Big save by Patty Adams right there. That was just a play where Austin Hearn did everything correctly, stripping the puck in neutral, dangling a couple of Terps to get in alone on Patty Adams. The only thing he messed up was the shot. Patty Adams laying out that blocker right there. Great save by number 30 in black.
Another reason why the Terps are still in this game, thanks to Patrick Adams.
Absolutely, Andrew. He has been a brick wall for Maryland back there. Despite giving up 3 goals, 2 of them were just breakaways where you can't really blame your goalie on them, and the other one was on the power play after Virginia Tech had spent about 3.5 minutes setting up chances.
And not to mention, Patrick Adams is the only goalie on the trip for us.
He remembered the wave.
He gave a wave to the camera there. But Patrick Adams is the only goalie that was on the bus with us. So all we can do is hope he stays healthy and is ready to go for tomorrow.
Although we do know what Maryland's plan is if something happens.
We do. Hopefully we don't have to resort to that, or else Andy or I might be in net. But we will see.
Yes, Coach Leskovich informed Andrew and I before this game that he has his pads here, so God forbid if anything happens to Patty Adams, well, one of us might be heading down to the ice.
And Coach Leskovich did play some NCAA hockey as a goalie, so let's hope it doesn't happen. But,
yeah.
But if it does, Coach Tom is ready to go. Who needs a coach when you have a goalie?
Exactly. And they've got Kyle Abosh behind the bench right now, too.
So he's got things covered. As that shot goes wide, Michael Schreiman will turn up ice now for Maryland. This hits a Virginia Tech stick, so no icing. And back forward is Kubi. He'll swing it around. It comes out into the Maryland end. Now Alex Sandell will play it off the wall. Michael Schreiman will gain speed and move in. Schreibman wide. Schreibman shoots. Save Key, and he covers.
Nice moves from Schreibman right there, getting a little bit of dangles in the slots, creating an opportunity on the left circle, ripping a shot low on Key, swallowed it up.
17:03 is the time remaining in regulation. 3-1 still the score. And fourth line out there for Maryland. This draw is won by Virginia Tech, but kept in by Blake Warner. On his backhand, looking to the middle. Tomaszewski winds and fires. That goes wide. And this will be moved out now by Veneri. Veneri will play it deep. Tomaszewski, he's got Sang on him, but Tomaszewski's got room now. He'll swing it off the wall to Jack Hudrin. Hudrin will play this the length of the ice. Can Blake Warner get there? First one there is Sullivan. And he'll move it far side. Andrew can't handle. And back for it is Brian Rice. Now to Sang. Rice again. Virginia Tech can't move out cleanly. Good pass to the middle, though. This is Arthur Sang around Hudrin. Sang trying to get around Sandell. That doesn't work. Check behind the net there by Peruzman on Sang. Andrew steps in to help. Sang comes out with it. To the point, it's Langus. Langus will shoot. That goes wide. Kazai for Sang. Cam Kazai. He'll go to the point with it, and he gets it back from McAfee. Kazai will walk and shoot. Save Patrick Adams. Rebound right off the post. Langus shoots. It was blocked by Tomaszewski, and the Terps get it out.
That was a heck of a shift from Arthur Sang right there. Number 26 for Virginia Tech. Creating tons of offense right there. Being very physical. Forcing turnovers. Laying his body. Getting shots in on Patty Adams. And nearly had a goal. Ripping that rebound off the post at the end of that chance.
Here is Langus. Langus will stop up right at the faceoff dot and give to Peduzzi. Peduzzi moves in. Across, and the shot was whiffed on by Tulo.
Sure was a whiff. He had Patrick Adams moving left to right, and we're going to go shorthanded right here as Tucker Healy touches up.
I did not see that call, but what is the call? Hit from behind? Is that what that is?
I believe they're calling a hit from behind.
The signal was a kind of point to the back.
Blake Warner sits down in the box. He looks confused. Oh, he's got some of his friends from back home taking a picture with him.
Blake Warner taking a selfie in the penalty box. He's got some of his home friends here cheering him on, as a couple of players do. And so Virginia Tech on the power play again. Peduzzi at the point. Kazai trying to feed one across to Fantozzi. Terps sniffed that one out.
Yep, checking from behind. They just announced it in the arena.
Check from behind. So only a 2-minute call. This is sent rink wide. Kazai. He'll look for options, but whistle blows.
Not exactly sure what that whistle was for.
Do we have any idea why?
It was a linesman who blew it dead as well.
I'm confused.
You know, sometimes things just happen.
Sometimes things just happen and we move on. So a face-off at center ice. Could not tell you why. But we get going again.
Sure.
Here's Peduzzi. He's going to move into the zone. Dangerous forward for Virginia Tech. He already has one tonight. It was the third goal for the Hokies. Kazai. Fantozzi, and then he puts that one wide. Now Tucker Healy. Can he clear? No. Langus. He's going to spin it to the point. Fantozzi looking for options. Saucer pass to Peduzzi, but it comes out to center.
Nice pressure from Travis Duchesne right there, forcing Fantozzi to make that pass just a little bit inaccurate. Ends up being a free clear for the Terps.
Garlock to Kazai. Kazai moves in deep. He's going to try to cut to the front, but a good stick by Patrick Adams doesn't allow that.
Patrick Adams throwing his stick out in the nick of time right there, prevents the shot from getting in.
As that was tipped on net by Fantozzi. And now Brian Teske looking for it. He gets there and he clears.
Good clear by Brian Teske with 40 seconds to go on this power play. A lot of good puck movement from the Hokies, though. They're moving these Terps around, trying to set up screens.
So back behind his own net is Brian Rice. He got things started on the scoreboard tonight. Rice will move it now. Here's Austin Hearn. Austin Hearn has the puck taken away from him. It was Harnan with the pressure, and back for it are the Hokies. Oh, my goodness. It's on top of the net.
It's still there.
Oh, my gosh. And now the whistle.
Dead.
What just happened?
Looked like it flipped on top of the net. Michael Schreiman trying to get a little sneaky goal in on Ian Key right there. Key had no clue where it was.
That was a dangerous play. That could have very easily gone off the back of Ian Key and in. So a little bit of a careless mistake there from Virginia Tech in their own end, and it results in a defensive zone draw for Virginia Tech, and they win it.
Sure was a careless mistake right there, Andrew. Terps just need a few more of those.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah.
Here is Austin Hearn moving in now. 1-on-3, he fires, and the glove of Patrick Adams has other ideas.
You're not going to see that many opportunities 1-on-3. Nice shot there from Austin Hearn. Patty Adams snatching that one out of the air just as the penalty expires. Terps will have another defensive zone draw.
And the level of calmness in Patrick Adams' game this year has been unbelievable. We saw him a little bit last year, and at times it wasn't the prettiest, but this year he has turned things up to another level, and there is a reason we see him so often in net for Maryland.
And just the way that you talk to him, he seems like such a fun-loving dude, and then when he's on the ice, he has a pulse of 1.
Absolutely. Just absolutely dialed in at all times, and that is exactly what you need in a goaltender.
Yep, you need him to be able to lock in like that for games, just not think about anything else.
Chase Wilson is down over there,
Still
but he gets
down.
right back up.
All right, good.
He did look like he was going to be slow to get up, but he popped up.
He is asking for a change, though.
So Chase Wilson heads to the bench. Tucker Healy is on. This is Max Sullivan behind his own net. Rice plays it near side. Virginia Tech trying to move out.
I think the Terps are about to go shorthanded again right here.
It looks that way. As Fabiani touches at center, a slash is the call, and Keenan Waters heads to the box.
Yeah, Waters knew it right away. He was going to try and get some extra pressure in the offensive zone right there. Got a little bit too aggressive with that stick, and Virginia Tech's head right back to the power play.
12:27 on the clock, remaining in regulation. 3-1 is your score. We're waiting on the scoreboard here, and there it is. So we will drop this puck to the left of Patrick Adams, and Garlock will play it to the point. Peduzzi across. Legis. Peduzzi. Legis gets it back. Him and Peduzzi play catch. Legis fires. Rebound right there. Can the Terps clear it away? It still sits there. Travis Duchesne has it, but Legis steals it from him.
That was textbook puck movement between Peduzzi and Legis right there, going from circle to point. Legis with the eventual shot, and he's going to do it again here.
And Patrick Adams sliding across to make that save. Behind the net, Fantozzi.
Great adjustment from Patty Adams right there, moving left to right, and another one. Patrick Adams is on fire to start this penalty kill.
Peduzzi keeps it in. Kazai far side. Peduzzi at the top. Cam Kazai. Peduzzi winds and fires. Tucker Healy with the block.
Tucker Healy using his butt on that one, turning away from the puck, forcing it back to the point.
Here's Legis. Into the middle. Backhand shot. It gets through Patrick Adams. And they score. It's Ethan Garlock, the sophomore from Princeton, New Jersey, who makes it 4-1, Virginia Tech.
You could kind of feel that one coming, Andrew. The Hokies were all over that power play. Some great puck movement between Peduzzi and J.H. Legis. That was the other one who was shooting so well. But it's eventually Ethan Garlock who gets the deflection in front. Patty Adams was stopping everything in sight that was coming in straight on. So the Hokies go with a tip in tight, and that's what gets past them.
That's just how it goes. After all those big saves, it's the little squeaker that finds its way through. So 4-1 where we sit now with just a little bit over half of this period to go. Can the Terps respond? This is played all the way back down into Hokie territory. It's Kellogg. And this will be sent the length of the ice. Should be icing.
And it is. Terps will get an offensive zone draw right here to try and get one of these 3 goals back. Got 11:09 to go here in the third.
And it's the big names for Virginia Tech who keep on producing. Another point for Gavin Peduzzi as he is fastly approaching 160 as a Virginia Tech Hokie. That is the all-time record for VT hockey.
My goodness, 160 point
in 4 years.
That's a lot.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's.
And we saw
it's impressive.
It's impressive, absolutely.
Yeah.
We did see in warm-ups Peduzzi taking a picture with Daniel Tomaszewski and Brian Teske. They were on the all-star trip to Europe last year together, along with a couple of other Terps. I believe Tucker Healy was there. Max Noonan last year went. So good to see them catching up at center ice during warm-ups.
Always nice to see those rivalries become friendships, and as soon as the game starts, they turn into rivalries again. But those moments in warm-ups are always something that you look forward to as a player.
It is interesting how hockey players can kind of turn it on and turn it off with, in terms of, a rivalry in a sense. But it was time to turn it on, and they did.
Absolutely.
Here's Harnan moving in. He'll drop it for Luke Mohan, but Kevin McAfee takes that away. Moving out to center, Fantozzi. Michael Schreiben on the back check, and Harnan will turn it up ice. Body. He'll get the red line and fire it in off the head of J.H. Legis. This is played it into the middle now. Fantozzi on his backhand. Kubi can't get around Fabiani. Schreiben hits the deck. James Body delivering a hit. This puck is bouncing in the air. It sits for Legis now. Legis fires and hit a body before it got to Adams.
Just before that, some really good defense by Fabiani. That was turning into a 2-on-0 for Virginia Tech.
And
he
big
dove
block.
back and recovered to block off a passing lane.
James Body with that most recent shot block. Legis still on it. Trying to get around Fabiani. It's played out to center, but Virginia Tech still has possession. And Gordon will just dump that deep and head for a change. So all 5 players off for Virginia Tech.
Terps need to change badly, too. That third line had been out there for a while.
And a turnover. Rice moves in. He'll shoot one. He scores. Brian Rice, his second of the game, beats Patrick Adams over the glove 5-1.
That's just creating an offense right off of a turnover right there. Jack Fabiani going back to try and block that shot, ends up screening Patty Adams a little bit. Just enough that Brian Rice can rip another one right over the glove of Patty Adams. Very reminiscent of his first goal of the game.
It was the
that
exact
came on
same
that
spot.
power play.
Exact same spot.
Exact same shot. Sean Amon was checking in with Patty Adams after that goal. I think he was asking how he was doing after that one.
And that might be the only one that Patrick Adams might want back. Just went down a little bit too early and was forced to kind of put that glove up. But it was a good shot from Rice. Honestly, a perfect shot from Brian Rice into that
he's
top
had
right
2
corner.
of them tonight.
Absolutely.
Most games you can barely ask for one.
Yeah. So with about 9 minutes remaining here in regulation time, it is 5-1 Virginia Tech. But again, still the Terps are still holding them below their average of goals per game. Again, the average for Virginia Tech is 6.5 goals per game.
And I would venture to guess that they're still underneath their average for shots per game as well, because the Terps did such a good job of suppressing in that second period, and this is bad for Maryland.
Daniel Tomaszewski with a shot block, and he is down. Now sitting up, hopefully just a stinger. It looked like that shot kind of rose off his stick and hit him in the midsection. But he is up and skating to the bench on his own power.
With the way he fell down, I think everybody who's watching knows exactly where that puck hit Daniel Tomaszewski.
Yeah.
That's not a fun one. He'll recover, but he's going to sit down for a minute.
Yeah, take a seat there, Daniel. So hopefully Chevy's all right.
I had a few of those in my playing days. If it is what I think it is, it's not fun.
We see over there Max Sullivan heading to the Virginia Tech locker room. So maybe he's done for the night. Interesting there. As the Terps play it in deep. Down to the ice goes Kellogg as he took a hit from Abdullayev.
Very slow to get up as well right there, Kellogg.
Sandell sweeps it away from Kazai. They battle behind the net now. Cam Kazai. To the point, it's Kellogg. That shot doesn't get all the way through. And it's tipped out to center by Teske. Now it's number 12, Gavin Peduzzi. He'll go across to Kellogg and up to Garlock. We change possession in a twisting pass. Stolen from Abdullayev by Kellogg. He'll play it in deep. Drake. Teske sweeps it around. This is Sandell. Terps struggling to get clean passes out of their own zone. Garlock. He'll reverse it. Patrick Adams without a stick. Now Trevor Drake intercepts that pass. He can't get it out. Now Ilham Abdullayev does.
third time tonight that Patty Adams has lost his stick because of Virginia Tech playing in really tight. Hokies doing a really good job of getting into that crease of Patty Adams and forcing him into some uncomfortable positions.
Tucker Healy going for a skate there. Almost put that backhand up into the roof of the net. 7 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. They battle in the near corner. Who wants it? To the point, it's James Body. He'll shoot one. That goes wide, hits the glass. Garlock on his backhand. He'll get it out. And Andre Serra puts it right back in. Key will stop it. Quick passing for Virginia Tech, but it goes past the stick of Hearn. Andre Serra. Perusman.
Terps need a little bit of juice right here. They seem very deflated since that 5th goal went in for the Hokies. They need to get a solid offensive zone possession right here to get their heads back into the game.
James Body will move up through center, gets around one. Body will shoot one, that just goes high.
That might be able to do it. James Body sparking some offense right there. Perusman playing aggressive after the play.
This one played through center. After it, Hearn and Blake Warner. They collide. Hearn takes it away. Trying to dangle around Body right to the front. It sits there. Tulo looking for it. Perusman will move it out for at least a moment, but Legas puts it right back in.
And Patty Adams lost his stick again right there. That time it was Zach Stewart who was playing in tight on the Maryland netminder.
As that puck goes over the glass and into the bleachers. And a fan tossed it back. He didn't want it.
No. It was a very smooth toss as
it
well.
Was, yeah.
Left-handed little fadeaway.
He thought about it for a second. Should I keep it? Should I throw it? And he went with the throw.
Yeah. Oh, always keep it in my book.
We stole 2 already. So Legas walking the line. He shoots one in the glove of Patrick Adams. Behind the net, it's Gordon. Gordon looking to the front. He'll play it low. Legas moving in from the point. Legas. Back to the point. Shot there from Tacray. Excuse me, that was Kubi.
Great
now
block by Luke Mohan, and he's got to come off for a change. That one's going to sting him hard in the shins.
Luke Mohan really feeling that one. As Virginia Tech moves out of their own end very quickly. Fantozzi to the front. That shot hit Patrick Adams, and he loses his stick again.
That's up to 6 now for Patty Adams.
Michael Schreibman is met right at the blue line by a couple of Hokies. So Patrick
Chevy's
Harnan
on the ice here too, Andrew. Good to see him back on the ice.
So good to see the captain back out there for Maryland. And he has the puck. Backhand pass to Schreibman. In deep, Michael Schreibman. He's got Brian Rice on him. Good check there. And Rice will move it up and out. Right at the Terps line. Sang with a backhand pass looking for Andrew, but Daniel Tomaszewski was there. Patrick Harnan is upended. No call there. Yes, it is. It was the FAR referee.
Trail official got it.
So Patrick Adams heads to the bench, and the Terps will get another power play chance here with 4 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock.
Something to note here as well, Luke Mohan not sitting on the Terps bench. He's walking over near the locker room, trying to walk off that big shot block he had a couple of minutes ago. But the Terps are going to head to the power play right here as Dylan Hearn upended Patrick Harnan in neutral ice.
So the older Hearn brother in the box. Patrick Adams will stop this one. Cam Kazai coming towards him. Patty Adams will sweep it around the wall. And now Brian Teskey will take it from behind his own net, as he usually does on this power play. He'll give to Healy this time. Now to Chevy. Tomaszewski will go wide and all the way around the net. And this comes back out to center. Brian Teskey will play it rink wide for Drake on it. Now Keenan Waters will move in. Down to 4 minutes to go in the game. Teskey keeps. Tomaszewski in this near corner. To the point, and he gets it back from Teskey. Tomaszewski shoots. That was blocked by Tacray.
That was the look that he wanted, though. Great, good passing right there between the two defensemen. Tomaszewski ripping that shot from the right circle.
Tomaszewski again. He'll put it low on Key. Key was ready for it.
Exact same setup that time. He has the clean look on Key.
Tomaszewski.
Scott again if he wants it right here.
He'll move it down low. Trevor Drake. Drake is going to walk out and shoot, and a tough save there for Ian Key, but he makes it.
Good adjustment by Key, sliding over for Trevor Drake after facing that pair of shots from Daniel Tomaszewski.
And look out here. Here comes Virginia Tech shorthanded. It's Peduzzi right to the goal, and he passes it off, and he scores. Cam Kazai from Gavin Peduzzi. I'm sure that's been said about 1 million times this year. And the Hokies go up 6-1.
Well, that was just a sweet pass from Peduzzi right there. Coming in down the left side, Patrick Adams getting ready to face that shot, drops it back for Cam Kazai, who rips it over the glove of Patty Adams. And this third period, Virginia Tech has blown the game wide open, Andrew.
They have. And as you said, after I think that fourth or fifth goal went in, you could kind of feel the energy really deflate out of the Terps.
Yeah, it was really after the fifth one is where I noticed it especially. The fourth one, they still had some life in their skates, getting some offensive zone chances. After that fifth one, they seemed very deflated.
But not to discount the fact that it really did feel like they were in this game for the majority of the time they were on the ice.
Oh, absolutely. That first and second period, they played very hard. They were matching the physicality of Virginia Tech. They just got unlucky a couple of times and ended up being down 3-1 instead of tied 1-1 after two. Maryland played a very good 2 periods tonight, really 2.5 periods tonight. And then after that fifth goal went in, you could just kind of see that the players realized that the game was getting out of reach.
As Ian Key covers that one. Although Key hasn't been tested all too much, he has been very solid here tonight.
Yeah, he has not faced a ton of super high danger chances, but the ones that Maryland has had, he has been all over. A lot of good post-to-post movement on one-timers, especially during the Terp power plays.
Ooh, I'll take some candy.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
It's a candy delivery.
How lovely. Everybody's been so nice to us.
Yeah, honestly, it's so nice here. A huge shout out to everyone here working at the Lancer Lot Sports Complex. As Austin Hearn sweeps that right to the front. As they battle for it right in the slot. It is Stewart. Has it poked away from him out to center. As Jack Hudrin goes for the hit. Almost put himself in our own bench.
Yeah, the Hokie bench was not too pleased about that one. They thought it was late from Hudrin right there.
Perusman on his backhand to Andre Serra. Now Blake Warner. Warner into the middle. Hudrin can't quite grab it. Now he will and throw it in deep. Under 2 minutes to go here in the game.
Well, if you want to take solace in anything out tonight, Andrew, from this third period, assuming that the Terps can hold it from here, they would keep Virginia Tech under 6.5 goals.
Hey, let's we got 1:30. Let's wait. This one is swept towards the point. Rice is going to throw it there, and a save by Patrick Adams.
Good save there by Patty. Sliding over to his right on the shot from Brian Rice, who's already got 2 today. He was looking for the hat trick right there.
And that is icing against Maryland.
Big key on that one was the Terps kept Brian Rice at the point, his 2 goals coming from the top of the circle. That time he was shooting from a bit longer of a range.
Face-off won by Fantozzi. There's a shot from Hearn. Hit a body and went wide. Rice will put it towards the net, blocked by Hudrin.
Second shot block of Hudrin. He had that first one too.
Blake Warner sends it the length of the ice, and one more icing.
Warner trying to sneak in a quick change with Keenan Waters right there. The linesman not falling for that one.
They did not fall for it.
Yeah, usually when you try to go for the quick change on the icing right in front of the official, you're not going to get away with it.
Most of the time. Sometimes you get away with it.
Sometimes you can pull it off.
It's worth a try.
Yeah. If you don't try, you're never going to get it.
True. Very true. And the Lancer-Lot Sports Complex, we are in Roanoke, Virginia. However, Virginia Tech is in Blacksburg, Virginia. That's about, what would you say, an hour away?
40 minutes to an hour.
So we really aren't close to the Virginia Tech campus, but we are playing Virginia Tech.
Yeah. You know, we rag on the Gardens Ice House a little bit for being in Laurel, and, oh, that's so far from UMD. But compared to this, it could be way worse.
It could be worse. Here is Sean Amon. He'll move through center now. Amon into the offensive zone, but he has it stripped. Here comes Andrew the other way. Andrew right to the goal. He gives it right to the front. No goal.
No goal.
No goal. The under staying The under
Oh.
still hitting.
I was fully prepared to take credit for the announcer's jinx right there, but Patty Adams saving me on that one.
Oh, my
Great
goodness.
stop on the 2-on-1, going full splits to keep that one out of the back of the net. He's getting some congratulations from Brian Teskey right there.
Not sure who that was driving towards the net, but it hit the skate of the Virginia Tech player and almost snuck through the 5-hole.
And since Virginia Tech initiated that contact on Patty Adams that forced the net to go off, this draw will come to neutral as well.
And under 30 seconds to go here in regulation. So night one of this Virginia road trip, not going the Terps' way, but some positives to take out of it for sure, as they knew this was going to be a tough matchup coming into it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you take this game plan that you had in the first and second period and apply it for the whole game tomorrow, the Terps have a real chance of pulling off the upset when they get back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
And unfortunately for tonight, this game does count for conference standings, but tomorrow does as well. So there is a chance for redemption for the Terps, but that will do it here from the Lancerlot Sports Complex tonight. Final score, Virginia Tech 6, Maryland 1.
Well, and we have a little secret for why they have to win tomorrow, Andrew. We can get into that a little bit later.
We can get into that. Yeah, you'll hear more about that tomorrow. But we shake hands at center ice. And that will do it for us here on the Maryland Hockey Network. From Anna Dalbora, Bailey Unchester, Andy Parr, I'm Andrew Rich. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.